with Rob Weller. And now, here's Rob.
More young filmmakers than ever are trying to make their own independent films and are probably completely capable of it from an artistic standpoint. Crowdfunding has helped some of them actually make a full film. Is that really the right way to raise money for your picture? I don't know. Maybe it's one way. But our next guest has raised tens of millions of dollars for independent filmmakers and is here with advice on how to finance your next Oscar contender. Welcome the author of the Film Finance Guide, Tom Malloy.
Wow, look at that crowd. Thank you.
Raising money for a film.
Yeah.
You know, gosh, you think, I got a great idea. I got this chick I'm trying to date. She'd be a great actress.
Yeah.
And I got two guys that'll hold the mic and a light. So I'm going to make my film.
Yep. And that's the John Cassavetes story right there.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
Now, there's only one problem. There's actually a cost involved.
Yeah.
What's the biggest problem that an independent filmmaker has when they try to make their film?
The biggest mistake everybody makes is bad script. I would say that that's coming to a project that's just there's a funny story about Los Angeles that these two people went outside of Ralph's and just asked, which is the grocery store for the non-Los Angeles people, and asked them, how's the script coming along? Just everybody, and like 90% of the people had an answer. You know what I mean? And that's just hilarious in itself. And so I'd say that that's one of the problems. Another, look, there's five that I say, and I address them as the 5 steps to prepping a project, but I'll address them here as the 5 problems doing the negative. Bad script would be number 1. Bad budget number, saying it's $20 million when it should be $1 million. Right. Something that I love, which is an insanity versus a liability. If I'm telling you Tom Malloy's going to start a movie, I've starred opposite some people and blah blah blah. Okay, that's a liability. I'm a liability. I'm not a
big name.
A big name. But if I tell you Tom Malloy's going to star and I'm also going to direct and produce and it's $50 million movie, then that's an insanity.
Yeah,
So having an insanity in, which is like, my dog's going to be the lead role.
Right, not being realistic.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And then the other 2 would be like a bad business plan, not having the things in order business-wise. And then the final one would be a bad pitch. So what I did is I gave you, but let me just tell you those 5 steps. It's having a killer script. It's having a smart number, especially in this day and age, removing your insanities and strengthening your liabilities, having a great tight business plan, and having a great pitch. Now, the thing that I always say is that if one of those fails, you have to have all 5 working. One of those fails, you're out. You have a great script, you have a great number, no insanities, you have a great business plan, but your pitch is horrible, they're never going to get to the other steps.
Right.
Do it with any of those things. You have a great business plan, you have a great no insanities, you have a good number, you have a good pitch, but your script sucks. It's not going to happen. So all 5 of those have to be firing to get to the next line. I say that in the book, the key is the phrase is get out of Dodge or stay out of sight of the film business, meaning the guy that made $30 million making microphones is the person that you want, because then you're their conduit into the film business. It's a sexy business, and there's a lot of fun aspects to it, and they have no idea how to get there. You never, if you talk to your aunt, you say, I'm gonna do a film. They say, oh, I have a cousin who's a producer or something like that, who's Rob Weller. Yeah. We're doing our own thing and we're supporting our families in this business. So we have our own self-interest to look out for, which is completely understandable. So it's the person that made tables. I think about my initial investors. The first guy that funded the movie The Attic, commercial furniture dealer. Another guy was a restaurateur in Virginia. Another guy was an internet marketer. Another one was...
How'd you meet these guys?
eHarmony. No. How do you make a small fortune in the independent film business? And the answer is invest a large fortune. And so you take that $10 million and you'd sell $1 million out of it. And the fact is you can make that exact same movie most likely for $500,000 and sell $1 million, and then now you've doubled your money.
Yeah, so you got a little cash in the pocket for Sharknado 7.
The key about Kickstarter is you don't have to pay people back. But I have found that in small campaigns you're putting just as much work to raise $30,000 from 500 people as it is to close one person for $30,000. What I am great at, if there's anything that I'm great, I would say, is I'm the guy that separates me from somebody else. I'm the guy it's 2 in the morning, we're doing shots, and you go, all right, here's the check. I'm really good at that. I'm really good at hanging in the game long enough to do that.
I love that. The name of the book is called The Film Finance Guide, and the first book was called Bankroll?
Well, it's filmfinanceguide.com. Yeah, Bankroll you can get in any bookstore or Amazon. Or
yeah, and the fun thing, if you go to filmfinanceguide.com, there's kind of like a little test thing on there. It's really fun. You got to check that thing out, and we'll put it on our website or whatever we have.